Hey, it's Rhonda. Thanks for jumping in to my video today. Blind Awakening Art by Rhonda. So today, I think my camera is shaking, but I'm not really sure. If it is, I apologize. I have to use the front-facing camera when I make videos because my tripod has to be up too high. If for me to be able to see on the back side of my phone, the monitor on the back side of my phone, I can't see that. I really can't see the front very well because of my visual impairment. So it is another hot, sticky day here in the Midwest, you guys. I just wanted to come on and try to get another video made real quick. I've got a doctor's appointment this afternoon. I have to see the sleep study doctor. Yippee. And tomorrow, a well woman visit. Double yippee. So, got a lot of stuff going on. We're going camping on Friday. So, I'm going to try to push a couple of videos through this week. I can't guarantee I'm going to get them uploaded. Because I'm still trying to figure out the whole video editing thing. But, let me see what I can do. So, today, I'm going to do a Dutch pour. This is not a very big canvas. This is an 11 by 14. And I really prefer to do Dutch pours on a larger canvas than this. But we're going to see what happens. I've already got my base coat, my white base coat down on this one. And today I'm going to be using various shades of blues, teals, and purples. I'm going to throw a little gold metallic in there. I've got a couple of mica powders that I'm going to use as well. So, we're going to see how this goes. I will tell you that Dutch pour is not my best technique. I love it, but sometimes the blow dryer and we really don't get along, and it tries to do what it wants to do. So anyway, so I think I'm going to just do kind of a subtle S pattern on this one. I don't know that I'm going to take any branches off of it. I think we're just going to do a real basic little Dutch pour today. So, do I want to go this way? I think I'm going to go this way. Okay, so there we go, you guys. I am going to start out with a Plum Crazy Metallic Pearl Purple. And if I don't do a whole lot of talking, it's just because I'm kind of focused here trying to get this all right. Okay, this one is called Deep Ocean. Oh, if I can get it open. Oh my goodness. I repurpose bottles, you guys. So, this was a bottle that just some other color of paint came in, and I've just repurposed it. I put this blue tape around it because I couldn't get all the stickiness off the label, so put this blue tape around it so that I had a surface to write on. Okay, now I have a mica powder here. Oh, it's one of my favorite. It's Purple Haze Diamond. This is my mica powder by Black Diamond. And just going to do a little drizzle of that. I love my mica powders, you guys. If you've seen me before, you know that. Okay, this one is just lilac. This is just called lilac. And this is, I made this color. I don't remember what I mixed together, honestly, right now off the top of my head. I have it written down, but I don't remember it off the top of my head. But it's lilac. It's just a pretty pastel purple. Okay, this is navy blue, and again, a custom color that I made. I don't remember how I mixed this one either off the top of my head, you guys. Just trying to get a little darker color in there to add a little contrast, a little interest. And then we've got another mica powder, and this is my Ghost Blue Pearl, which looks white, but in reality, on the canvas, it has a blue tint to it and a lot of shimmer. It just creates a lot of interest in the painting. I like it. See, I have to have contrast. So when this is falling off the stick, because the end of the stick is white and because the base paint is white, I have a hard time seeing the drip and if it's done or not. So, okay, let's see. What do I have next? Oh, my favorite, you guys. This is Peacock Metallic Pearl. I am in love with this color. But just in general, you know, blues and teals and purples, such a pretty palette. Okay, I'm going to top this off with 24 karat gold. You see what a giant bottle I keep this in, because if that lets you know, we use our gold. But I don't want to do too much because gold can kind of take over. And that, we'll see. Okay, now, I am also going to drizzle a little of my, oh, maybe not, hang on. This is Amsterdam Oxide Black, just mixed with American Floetrol. I have a little bit of dried up paint in the tip of my bottle, and that is never a good thing, you guys. I got a toothpick here. I'm trying to dig this out, but I don't have depth perception, so I can't really see. I have to use my touch to try to find the tip of the bottle to put the toothpick in. So, let me see if that's gonna, there we go. Okay, so, Amsterdam Oxide Black. Well, that's okay. It's just kind of dripping out. Apparently, I still have a clog, but I'm gonna work on that. Off camera. Okay, and then just to top it off a little bit, this is just Amsterdam. Whoop, that one, that one had a glob in it too, you guys. But I tested it on my finger before I tested it on my canvas so that I didn't get that big globby squirt on my canvas. Okay, let's check again here and see. Okay, this is, sorry, squirrel, Amsterdam Titanium White and American Floetrol. So we're just gonna put a little touch of that on the top just to see if we can help create a few extra cells when we blow this out. I don't know if this is the way everybody else does this or not, but you know, everybody has their own style, their own technique. This is called a Dutch pour. I don't know who came up with that name. I don't know who was the first person to do a Dutch pour. You know, when I do the blooms, my blooms are based around the Shelley Art bloom technique, with the kind of a modified recipe that I use, so I don't know that I can really call it the Shelley Art bloom anymore. I think Shelley is the one who came up with the term bloom. So I don't mean to do any injustice to anybody, you guys. But art is an individual thing. And it's great to take the courses and learn about color and chemistry and, you know, technique. But at the end of the day, your art is your art. My art is my art. Everybody has a little bit different method. And so, okay, enough of that. Let's get to the blow dryer. Oh no, before the blow dryer, got to get my heat gun and run it over this because some of these paints were mixed today before I did this video. Some of them were mixed a couple days ago. Some were mixed a couple weeks ago, but I always stir them. I don't know what that is, but I see a thing in there, you guys. I don't know what that thing is. I gotta get my magnifying glass. I don't know if that's a glob of paint or what that is. Hang on just a second. Let me try to find crud. I don't know what I've done with my tweezers. Yeah, I'm not seeing my tweezers, you guys, to try to pick this up. Wait a minute, maybe this is fun. I don't know. I have to feel around for things. This whole blind thing, it's BS, you guys. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about it. It's not fixable. I can just pray that it doesn't get any worse than what it is right now. Okay, so I gotta use my magnifying glass. I gotta stick my head in the way. Can't really tell when, because of that depth perception thing. Okay, I think I got whatever that was. I could see the contrast. I couldn't tell what the thing was, but I could see the contrast, that it was a darker spot in my paint. And there's another one right here. If I didn't have that ring light on, I wouldn't have been able to see that. Okay. All right. I think it was just those two globby things, you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna try to set my tweezers down in a place where I can find them again. I've got my palette knife, my camouflage palette knife that stays on my table. inside my puppy pool. I lift things with it. I scrape with it, but I have not cleaned it since my last painting. So I'm not going to probably use that for anything other than to help lift a canvas off the top of the table. Normally I would have put some push pins in the corners of this, but I did not do that this morning. Okay, now back to the heat gun. So the purpose of the heat gun, it's kind of a dual purpose. First and foremost, it's to pop any bubbles in the paint that can be created by mixing. And because I did mix a lot of this paint this morning, there are probably bubbles. I can't see them, but I always use my heat gun just to be on the safe side. I think most people use a torch, like a kitchen torch, a chef's torch to do that, but I can't do that because I'm blind. Blind girls should not have open fire in their hands because I would just burn up my canvases. So it could be very dangerous. So I'm going to use this heat gun, okay? I wish this was like wireless, but it's not. But this sucker gets hot. It has a high setting and a low setting, and I always try to be super cautious because as you can see, if you look at the tip of this, that depth perception thing that I'm missing, sometimes I don't know how close I am, and I might dip this in the paint, screw up my painting. You know, just one of the perils of trying to do art blind. But if you get too close, if you get too hot, you could actually burn the paint, and I don't mean in a way that it's like going to catch on fire, that it's going to turn brown, but it's going to affect the composition of the paint, and it's going to create some issues with your effects. So just real quick, bear with me here, this is kind of loud. I'm going to go on the low setting. And I'm just going to run over. I'm just going to run over my base paint. I'm going to run over. Okay, that's it. Hopefully I didn't get too close or too hot. And hopefully any bubbles that might have been in there have been popped. So what I use for my blow dryer, I don't know the name of this. I keep the condenser on the end, and if you look at the end of that, you can tell I put that in the paint too. I can't read because I've got paint all over this. There's a name right here, but I can't see what it says. So this one has a cool button up here that you have to keep pressed manually all the time, and then it's just got somewhere, I'm trying to find it. Okay, here's the low and the high button. I try to start out on low and cool and see if I have enough oomph to move the paint. If not, then I'll move it to the high setting and still the cool, always the cool button. Okay guys, so I'm gonna spin this around this way to get started here. And we'll see how this goes. So I'm not gonna talk while I do this, so bear with me and forgive the noise. Whoops, I got my glove stuck in the button. I hold this upside down. This is the best way for me to be able to control it. I'm going to try the higher setting, you guys. Okay. So, like I said, I am never crazy about using a small canvas like this to try to do a Dutch pour, because I just feel like there's not enough surface space to really create the design that I'm trying to create. I got paint all over me. So I need to get my magnifying glass out and try to take a look at what I got going on here. Oh, pretty. Oh my gosh. There's some really pretty lacing and cells going on in here. And these colors, this color palette together, you guys, I have so many little pearl cells in this one. Not sure what I did to make that happen. That wasn't what I was expecting, but I got a lot of little pearl cells going on. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of embellishing to this. I'm gonna blow some of this out just a little bit more with this tool. I don't know if you can see that or not. I have a hard time because I'm, 3 feet away from my phone, so I can't really see what's on the screen. I'm just trying to get it in the center, but this is just a little piece of plastic tubing that came with these little attachment ends, kind of like the condenser tip that came from my blow dryer, and I just blow through this, and I can kind of control this a little bit better with my breath, because I can modify, how hard I blow versus having the blow dryer just on high or just on low. So I'm going to try to blow out some of these little edges here a little bit, and then I may come back in and do a little something else to this. So let's see what we can do here. It makes me dizzy. That makes me dizzy. Sometimes I blow too hard. I blow all the way down through, into the base paint, and that's just the peril of not being able to see what I'm doing. A little hard for me to see my composition here. Okay. Oh, you guys, I am telling you, that makes me super dizzy when I do that. Okay, so we're gonna do a little finger painting here. So I'm just gonna push my glove down so that it's a little bit tighter. And I'm going to take some of this white paint and I'm going to pull it in here like that. Get a little separation going on here. I'm going to do the same thing right here. Whoa, I got carried away with that one, you guys. Just trying to give a little bit of, I gotta get my magnifying glass and see what I have going on over here. Okay, so I don't like this like streak right here. Just gonna try to get rid of that. Oh, it's still there. Okay. I think I got rid of it for the most part. But now with my magnifying glass, I see that I strung some paint across. And I don't really like that right there either. So I'm going to get my little palette knife. Get my magnifying glass back out. Okay, I don't like this. So I'm going to try to pull that in. See, these kind of details are super difficult for me. Okay, I think I got rid of that for the most part, you guys. I'm going to use my skewer, my shish kebab skewer, and I'm going to do just some little embellishing on each of these. Okay, so I have to hold my little baby wipe and my magnifying glass and my skewer all in my hand at the same time, which is not always easy. I'm just going to make some little, hopefully, interesting details on this without screwing it up, I hope. Just kind of make this. See, sometimes I get too much paint on my skewer. Okay, so these little things, these little details like this, just kind of add some extra interest to what you've got going on. Just kind of separates things and but you can end up with something that you don't really want, but this art form is so forgiving that you can usually fix anything that you don't like. See, I don't really like the fact that this one has so much white in it. This little bloomy thing here, whatever we call these. I don't know what we call these. Plumes or leaves, something. I don't know. I get carried away sometimes with the embellishing. And then my table decides to spin on me, which I'm not really crazy about that. I can't really see what I'm doing, you guys, and I'm not using my magnifying glass right now. I don't know if I'm going in the right direction or not. Okay, so I got a lot of little stuff going on there. I think what I'm going to do is, let's see. Use the other end of my stick just because it's a little bit wider. I'm going to try to stay in that same line that I made earlier. I'm just going to try to pull this all together down here. And then I think I may just do a couple little outward, just to create a little bit of interest over here. And see if we can just make this into kind of a leafy thing with some little interesting pieces coming out of it. I'm going to try to pull some of that color. There's not much color in that one or in this one, but I like to kind of do these little things, whatever they are. Whatever these little things are. Oh crap, I can't tell. Did I do that one already? Uh-oh. I see a black glob right there. I'm gonna get that with my tweezers in a second. this is kind of a subtle little thing. Just a little extra interest. I'm gonna come in here. Pull that down a little bit more. I don't know what this thing is I'm creating, you guys. I think it's become some kind of a stemmy thing. This is kind of the stemmy thing, the vein of whatever this crazy plant is. But it's kind of turned into a plant of some sort. So, okay, I am going to hit this with the heat gun one last time. And unfortunately, I don't know if I can really pick this up and show it to you guys up close, but I will try to do that in my next video. I may try to do it here, but it may be a hot mess, because it's really hard for me to get my phone out of that tripod holder thing without dropping it in the paint. But I'm going to hold it up to the camera a little bit if I can without tilting it too much. Try to show you, but let me hit it with the heat gun first. Okay, now I'm going to take one last look with the magnifying glass and see exactly what I have going on. Oh, pretty, pretty. Lots of little pearl cells, you guys. Yeah, I don't know what I did to be blessed with that. Sometimes the paint just does what it wants to, you know? You use the exact same paint, and sometimes it turns out the way you expect it, and sometimes it doesn't. I think I just got my hair in the paint. Yeah, I have to get so close, but I can promise you that I have very many times stuck my hair, my nose, my boobs in the paint. I'm protected by my puppy pool right now because I'm leaning over the edge of my puppy pool. But when I'm not using this and I just have my canvas on my silicone mat, yeah, I have I've stuck all kinds of things in my painting. Ooh, pretty, pretty. Pretty, pretty. I like this one, you guys. But pretty much anything with this color palette is going to get me excited because I love it. Now, I have to find, I saw a little spot on here with my magnifying glass. I have to figure out if I'm holding my tweezers right. Try to get this little black thing. I don't know what that is. Oh, I think it's paint. I'm not sure. I am not sure what that was. Okay, let's see. Where was that? Where did I just grab that from? I think it was paint. I'm going to use my palette knife and try to push that. Oh, crap. Look what I did. I made it much worse. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Try to fix it. Almost. Hang in there. Ah. Oh. Hey, it's okay. Just takes, sometimes it just takes a second. You just have to get creative. Try to pull that in and make it look like it's a part of that plume or leaf or whatever we've decided to call these things. Well, I think that's about as good as it's gonna get, you guys, before I totally screw it up. So I'm gonna leave it like that. Now we're gonna see how this one dries. There's still quite a bit of paint on this canvas. I am gonna try to get this a little closer to the camera. Whoops, I just hit the cord. I don't know which way I'm going. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. There's some kind of cool stuff going on. I will try to do a close-up on my next video to show you how this one dried. But for now, that is it. I just give you a little extra heads up here. So on my spinner table, which this is just a cake spinner from Amazon. I get so much stuff from Amazon, and I will be putting links to all of my favorites on Amazon in the description. I have to get those links set up. I'm just getting all of this started, you guys, so I'm so happy that you're here with me. I hope you stay with me on this journey. Fluid art is something that has brought me so much joy, because sudden vision loss at 61 that caused me to suddenly end my 22-plus year real estate career and change everything in my life. Thankfully, I have a husband who is amazing, because he just fell right in. He just fell right in line, and basically had to change everything in his life as well. And it's not what you expect to happen in your life, but everything happens for a reason. I firmly believe in that. We don't know why, but there's a plan for every one of us. And, you basically have two choices. For me, it was either succumb to this life change and let it spiral me down into a black hole, or determine that there's a reason why this happened, there's a purpose for me. I just have to be patient. I have to ask for it. I have to meditate on it. I have to find my new purpose in life. And I think I have. You know, my goal is to help inspire other people. I hope that I can do that, because if this blind girl can do fluid art, and I'm not saying I'm the best at it, but I'm a professional at it, but I love it. I love it. I love to share it with other people. And if I can do this, whatever your challenges are in life, you can overcome them too. You have to open your mind, you have to open your heart and open your soul, and you have to look for the true purpose in your life. And you know, that's all kind of deep stuff there that I kind of rambled off into. But I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you being here with me, being on this new adventure, this new journey. And I hope you stick around. I hope you subscribe to my channel. There's not a whole lot to it right now because I'm just getting started, and we all have to start someplace, right? Just there's lots of other things coming. There's local events that I'll be adding. My new website is being built. My new shopping site is being built. And I'm just super excited that all of this I asked, and this is what I got. And I couldn't be happier. So, if you like this content and you want to see more and you want to follow me, just hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get the notifications, like the video, share the videos, and I've got links to my other social media accounts. If you want to go there and follow me there, that would be amazing. I would appreciate that so much, you guys. So, until next time, stay well, take care, and find your joy.